So you want to become the next Moon Knight main? Well, I got you covered in this guide. This guide will be straightforward. It's going to be super easy to follow because in all honesty, Moon Knight is a very easy fucking champ. I don't even care what anybody else says. You can learn this guy in just, I don't know, 5 to 10 matches. Yep, I said it. Just as a reference myself, you know, I'm a Lord player as of recently. These are my stats in overall. I got to Diamond 3 as a peak, and yeah, that's basically it. What are our abilities? Well, first of all, our left click is just basically us throwing 3 darts just like that. You can see easy peasy, nothing too special here. Now, if we actually throw our dart at an enemy while another enemy is close nearby, you can already guess what happens. It is bouncing off like crazy. This will be important for our overall kit in just a second. Then our right click, it's basically our left click, but just way more powerful. Because you can see it just bounces off, bing bang boom, you know, easy peasy. So we just got our left click that bounces off of people, and we also got our right click that behaves just the same way, and it bounces too. Now, before we get to our main ability, which is our E, our Ankhs, I just want to show you real quick our movement abilities. Very easily, we can just double jump just by pressing the spacebar twice, you know, jump first and then again to perform a double jump. And what we can do whenever we are like in mid-air is we can just press shift in order for us to glide. We don't actually have to double jump first in order to glide. We can actually glide whenever we are dropping off something high, just like that here. You can see I can just glide like that. So that's our double jump and our glides combined. That's very good for us, you know, to get to new places so we can get into choke points more easily, get a better angle onto people and all of these things. To increase our movement even more, we also get another ability, our F, which is just basically a hook. We can just throw it at a wall or like the ground or whatever. Then we can just jump at it. So these are our movement abilities. All combined together, it could look like this. We just throw a hook, then we go for a double jump and glide to get to the highest position possible and just throw fucking darts at our enemy. Alright, but now to our signature ability, the most important one, the one that you already know and that you've been waiting for, is our E, the Ankh. Our E is just basically a projectile that we can throw and it will actually stick to walls, roofs, grounds, whatever. It doesn't stick to any enemies. We can throw it at payloads, but we cannot let the payload run over it because then it would just get destroyed. If we throw it, it looks like this. And you can see that there's like a radius going around. Every enemy that is standing within this radius right now would get damage if I throw my darts at this Ankh, alright? So imagine if 3 enemies would be standing right here, another one here, and another one here. I wouldn't even have to aim at them. All I would have to do is just aim at the Ankh and the damage is boom, 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 just bouncing around. Also, before I throw it, what a lot of people don't know is that your E actually pulls people together. If I throw it, you'll see that they actually will fall into the center of this. And now that they're like in the center, if I throw out the dart, they will both get damage off of that. And you see it bounces off of them. This is basically the signature ability around Moon Knight that is very important. Your Ankh placement is very important. As an enemy, Moon Knight, it's always important to destroy this Ankh. It's pretty funny. I got to diamond with Moon Knight and you'd be surprised how many people still think that this is something that you cannot target. You can destroy these things and you should do. Also, another thing is that your right click can actually bounce off of this too. A lot of people don't know that. If we throw it there, it will bounce. This is important for us. Our ultimate is just basically just us opening up a portal, you know, by throwing another Ankh basically. But this Ankh is not actually like an Ankh that we can throw things at. It's just a placement tool for our portal. It will be above our enemies and then it will just bombard people. If you press it down, this is how it looks. You can just confirm it and everybody in this range is dead. Just as a quick rundown, what do we have? We have our double jump, we have our glide with shift, we have our hook with F that we can jump onto. We got our Ankhs that we can throw at people to pull them together and spam it basically just to make a ton of damage. And to finish off, we can also just throw a right click at it. Boom, boom. So these are just basically the abilities. Now it's just a question of how do you place your Ankhs? Are there any special tips or whatever? And yes, we got some special tips. First of all, movement wise, you can use your hook to get to ridiculous amounts of heights if you just use the hook right underneath you. And I actually mean right underneath you. If I would throw a hook here, you can see that it gets me like a little bit further, right? But not far enough. But if I go ahead and throw the hook right under me, like as far as I can go down, you'll see that I'm gonna be boosted way higher. If we then combine it with our double jump and glide, we can get to very high places just like that. We can just fly forever. Now we can actually use this technique of throwing ourselves into the sky for a very good combination with our ultimate.
On your toes, here they come.
Maybe you played Moon Knight before and you tried to get like a 6-stack ult or whatever. But you just could never land it because you forgot one thing. And that's the thing that many people forget. You can throw your ult and right afterwards what you can do is just throw your Ankh into the center of that to pull people together. So as an example, if you fuck up your ultimate just like that, right? You wouldn't even be able to hit the other guy. But if you throw a dart into that area, then he will get pulled into the ult just like that. Ult and then E. So if you actually want to hit a good ultimate, what I would suggest to you guys is just walk up to people as you walk, throw your hook underneath you so you elevate yourself and see much more. As soon as you're in midair, you're just gonna throw your ultimate and at the same time, you throw your E. This way, people will get pulled together and you can now just completely spam your Ankh in the middle of that to make a lot of fucking damage. Another tip for Ankh placement is just to not always use the ground. The ground is good because you can pull people together, but actually you can also pull them together if they're close enough. You can use walls behind these enemies, for example, because most of the time people don't actually check this wall, right? So if they walk out of here, you can just start spamming this Ankh to kill them. Another combo that's pretty good for one-shotting especially low HP targets is you throw your Ankh and at the same time as you throw your Ankh you already click your right click and spam left click. It's super easy. E, right click, left click, E, right, left, E, right, left, E, right, left. Because that way you're securing the fact that your right click will definitely hit as fast as possible onto your Ankh so it can bounce off of as many people as possible. And at the same time you're already pre-throwing a few left clicks onto that so they will immediately start bouncing. So once again, E, right click, left click, and you can see a lot of damage is coming in just like that. One more time. E, right, left. Just like that, dead. It's always a good idea to position yourself onto higher ground. First of all, because this way you have an easier time just hitting your ultimate in a good way. Also, your Ankh placement can be much more interesting and better for yourself. And it's way harder for you to be spotted. From here on, we can perform one-shot combos pretty easily. Once again, we just throw E, right click, left click, and we can see that's a lot of damage. Another tip for Moon Knight and his Ankhs, if you want to make the most out of them, is to actually throw your Ankhs into them, or to say it better, into their pathway of where they're walking. First of all, because they're getting pulled into that anyways, and second of all, therefore you have a better chance to get more damage than if they're just at the outer ring of the radius, you know? For example, this. Making a lot of damage here was possible, but let's just say that this was a tank, for example, then you could not shred him as much. But if he comes up like this and we throw it here, there is no way that he can actually dodge this. Moon Knight is also very good at defending himself against people like Psylocke or Spider-Man, because these people will actually just go ahead and dance around you like crazy, but all you can do is just throw a dart underneath you and just start spamming the Ankh. So just one more time to sum up our abilities. We do have a double jump. We can use this for a glide. We can also use a hook. We do have a left click that will just throw darts that will bounce off of people. We do have a right click, which is just basically a left click, just way more stronger, and it will also bounce. And then we have our E, our Ankhs that we can use as actual targets that we can throw shit at, just so that, you know, this thing will actually throw damage around the enemy. And then our ultimate is just a portal that bombards people. Quick combo again is just throwing an Ankh, then right click in mid-air and also use our left click. E, right, left, and he's dead. If you want to escape and want to make sure to get as high as possible, use your hook right underneath. And if you want to make the most out of your ultimate, same thing, throw the hook underneath you to see more, double jump, ult, E, and spam. So that's it for the video. That was my guide. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please make sure to like the video and subscribe my channel. It would help out a lot. Maybe, you know, check out my Twitch as well. There's more guides planned in the future, for example, Spider-Man and Psylocke. I would appreciate some comments of what you think I was missing out on, especially when it comes to guides in general. But if you did enjoy this video, I would appreciate once again a like and a subscription. But yeah, that's it for the video. I'll catch you later. Bye bye. What is that?